Hello everyone, welcome to the Simperion IAS YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss the skeleton of the chapter of effect of globalization on Indian society of GS1. Initially, we have started with a definition of globalization. Then we have discussed the factors that are aiding the globalization. We are given 8 points with the facts and examples. Then we have given one diagram as well. Next, we have covered the effect or impact of globalization on family and marriage system. We have covered the positive effect on family, negative effect on family, positive effect on marriage, and the negative impact on the marriage. We have covered 5 points each. In the negative impact on marriage, increasing divorce rate, commercialization of marriage, challenges that are emanating in the intercultural marriage, reduced commitment, and disintegration of traditional marital norms. Up next, we have covered globalization and its impact on Indian culture and tradition. We have covered positive impact as well as the negative impact on Indian culture. After that, we have covered the impact of globalization on youth. We have covered the positives, 5 points, negatives, 5 points. We have covered examples, we have included examples as well as facts, numerical data. See, these questions or these points, these concepts are usually very general concepts. To fetch very good marks, what is necessary is to add examples, facts, data from particular reports, committee reports, etc. Then only you can get extra mark, and writing a very good introduction and conclusion. See, before moving into the next topic, let me go to the next topic and discuss it. Next is impact of globalization on women, the positive impact on women and negative impact. Positive is better economic opportunity, expanded choice, education, political participation, improved legal right. Negative is work-life balance issue, gender inequality, patriarchal persistence, consumer culture impact, and exploitation at work. See, this is one of the questions that was asked in 2024 UPSC mains. That is, what is the impact the globalization has led to the movement of skilled women from to the urban areas, and what is its impact on family and marriage. I think that was the question asked in 2024. So before moving into the next topic, the one thing I want to tell is, if you take 2024 paper, there are a lot of questions which are directly repeated from the PYQs, as we have said before. I can give few examples. One is Quit India movement in the modern India, First World War. The next topic is this one, impact of globalization on women, impact of globalization on women. The topic on cloudburst, the topic of cloudburst. Next, the Chola architecture, the contribution of Chola to art and architecture. The Vedic society, the question on Vedic society. And even in the paper 2, there was Central Asian Republic, that question was already asked. And many other questions in the paper 2. And the urban floods, that is asked in the paper 3. So at least according to us, 40% of the questions were repeated from the PYQs, which are already there in the PYQ. So what is important to get very high marks in the mains, especially in the GS, is preparing according to the syllabus and according to the PYQ. Having a very crisp notes, that is easy to read, easy to reread, easy to recall, easy to revise, easy to recall, and easy to reproduce is very important to get very good marks. So usually the questions are directly asked either based on the syllabus, or they are usually there in the PYQ as well. Having a crisp notes is must. Crisp notes, very relevant notes. So we are trying to come up with the best notes that is possible, that has ever existed in the UPSC mains. You can go through our notes. Please join our Telegram group. We will provide a link to our Telegram group in the description. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Whenever we upload a new video, you will get a notification. In the coming days, We'll also start with the PYQ series for the films, so you will hugely benefit from it. Let's continue with the video. Next is impact of globalization on the elderly population. Positive and also the negative we have discussed for I think 5 points each. This is another PYQ question. I think this question was already asked in the last 5 years as well. Next is impact of globalization on LGBTQ community. This is a new concept. So I meant the current affairs or the contemporary issues. We are given the 5 impact, positive impact and 5 negative impact. Next, you have taken the topic of impact of globalization on economy. There is increase of job opportunities, better FDI flow, economic growth, disposable income, private sector participation. Negative is shrinking agricultural sector, job displacement, economic inequality, cultural erosion, environmental impact of because of industrialization. Very normal points. But what is necessary is to add facts, examples, case studies, committee reports that and writing a good conclusion and introduction will fetch you good marks. Next is impact of globalization on indigenous community. We started with an introduction. We are given 5 positives of impact of globalization on indigenous communities. We are given 5 negatives as well. Next is what are the challenges of globalization? Challenges of globalizations are economic inequality. Already these are discussed, but we try to give everything in one place. That is economic inequality, job displacement, cultural erosion, environmental degradation, tax avoidance by the corporations because of double tax treaty, etc. Lot of cross border transactions, exploitation of the labor, health risk. How to address this? Because addressing this is must, and how can we do that? By increasing inclusive economic policies, by skill development, make sure nobody loses opportunity of economic prosperity or better quality of life, strengthening the cultural preservation through UNESCO, etc. Environmental regulation, strict implementing environmental laws, corporate accountability, and this BEPS, that is I think there's a concept of OECD, that is base erosion and profit sharing. Next is globalization. Globalization is okay. We cannot move away from the globalization. Say one of the important is what are the globalization points. Say there is particular technology that is getting adopted in the world, AI. How we can use AI, which is a global or a global scale technology, how we can use AI to improve the life of Indians, that is globalization. They have given example of McDonald's coming up with Mac Aloo Tikki in India. Next, also there are positives. There is a spread of yoga to the world, spread of Ayurveda to the world. There is increasing protectionism in the world, that is deglobalization. We have discussed reason for deglobalization and also impact of deglobalization on India. If deglobalization happens or if there is increased protectionism in the country, what will happen to India? That is export decline, supply chain vulnerabilities, investment challenges. We have to focus on Atmanirbhar Bharat. There will be shift in the trade alliances, etc. And technology transfer, cutting edge technology transfer to the India will also get slowed down. Next, we have discussed a PYQ question, that is interplay of globalization and new technology in the resource constrained world, opportunities and challenges for India. So interplay of globalization and new technology, we have taken the positives, 4 positives and 4 negatives. This is a PYQ question. Next is impact of globalization on the poverty removal in India. We have taken the positives and negatives. We have discussed 4 points each. Up next, we have taken impact of globalization on cultural diversity and identity. This is one of the questions asked I think 4 to 5 times, and it is asked in many ways. The globalization leads to homogenization, I think. That is singular culture, world over singular culture. The diversity will be under threat. So that is impact of globalization on cultural diversity and identity in India. We have taken the 4 positives and 4 negatives. Next is impact of urban migration. That is a 2024 question. Impact of urban migration on women's freedom and family dynamics. impact of urbanization on women's freedom and family dynamics, economic independence, social freedom, delayed marriage, strained family bonds, resistance to norms, negotiation roles, autonomy conflicts, and balancing values. After that, we have covered few important data points that can be used while writing answer related to globalization. We are given 6 points, positives mainly, and also we are given one of the quote by former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh sir, former Prime Minister. You can use this quote as well. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will provide a link to our Telegram group in the description. Please join our Telegram group as well. In the coming days, we will come up with more videos. We already completed many topics of society. We almost completed society. There are one or two topics remaining. We almost completed social justice. We have completed important 2-3 chapters of post independence. We have covered complete world history and few topics in agriculture and also the economy. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you.